Rabbi Hillel Klein is the executive director of Chabad of Evanston, where Judith and Natalie are members. Rabbi, thank you so much for being here. What do you know about where Judith and Natalie were at the time of the attack?
What we know is, first and foremost, thank you, Elizabeth, for inviting me on. What we know is that they were in a village right outside of Gaza called Nahal Oz, which is about a mile and a half from the Gaza border. And when the air raids went off, they were in a shelter. Natalie texted her father, Uri, saying they're in the shelter. That was the last communication that we had. The Hamas terrorist was going from house to house, killing, maiming, injuring people. And since then, they have not been seen. So they did break into the shelter that they were in, and they've been missing ever since. The assumption is they've been brought into Gaza.
Have you been in touch with anybody else? Do you know what happened to everybody else that they were with at this point?
We're a little bit in touch. Obviously, it's very limited in terms of information that's coming out of Israel for strategic purposes, but definitely several of the people in that shelter were killed, and they were bludgeoned, and Natalie and Yehudit, her mother, was seen taken out, and so that's what we do know.
So you know people did see them being removed from the shelter while others were being killed. And certainly we do know that the terrorists did seize a lot of women to take back as hostages. Has the government, the United States government, told you that they are presumed to be among the hostages?
That is the presumption as of right now, but they don't, Hamas is not giving out any lists. They haven't given out any names of who they have, and definitely not their locations. As President Biden said yesterday to the group of Jewish leaders, that he was not going to give information, specific details about what the United States plans are, because that would be counterproductive. But definitely, as we heard from his staff, that the United States is definitely involved in doing whatever they can to get the American hostages saved, let alone, of course, we would like to see all the hostages there saved. We know that there are Americans there. There are those from Britain, from Germany, and other nationalities, and they have approximately 140 to 150 hostages.
Yeah, I think that the American government has been very circumspect about what it's doing to help the American hostages, but it sounds like you've been told they are doing something, which is certainly good to know. I've got to ask you one last question, Rabbi. I interviewed a man yesterday whose niece is missing, and he told me he doesn't even know what to hope for, whether they find that she was killed or whether they find that she was alive and held hostage. There are so many tonight who are wrestling with this. The idea of their loved one being held hostage in Gaza is that horrific that death seems less traumatic.
And it may be less traumatic, as we've seen pictures of other hostage situations. In the past, Hamas has taken soldiers. This time they took civilians. I mean, this entire attack, and brutal attack, was to attack civilians. They weren't looking to attack military installations, and therefore their majority of their hostages are civilians, and they want to use them in whatever bargaining chip they have, and that we pray that they're not going to abuse them in any shape, form, or fashion, especially a young woman, an 18-year-old woman. That being said, the question for us, I know Natalie I know Yehudis for over 15 years, a member of our community. She is a caring, kind, loving individual. She's the first person that volunteered to help. When she walks in the room, her eyes light up. I've had her at many family functions, at my own Passover Seders. This is a real personal tragedy, but each one of the hostages is a personal tragedy. These aren't just numbers, these are real people. And, so what can we do here in the United States? It's hard, obviously. We've got to write our Congress people and our that saying, hey, we've got to do whatever we can to get the hostages free. Number two, we as individuals have to realize, the Lubavitcher Rebbe said, "Track good, v'zayin good." If you think positively, it'll be good. And we have to have hope. And that's something about Yehudit. She was always someone, even in the most difficult moments, always had hope.
Well,
so if anyone could survive this would be her. And then, of course, what we can do, we can pray. We can give charity to help the cause, medical supplies. But more important, and in addition to that, we can do acts of kindness, because the more kindness that we do affects the entire world. And, and therefore we can continue to do goodness in this world. This should not, the purpose of terrorism is to bring fear and to cripple people.
Yeah.
Don't let
Rabbi,
this cripple anybody.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.